Hello, people of the internet. This is Mr. B again. Welcome back to SaGa Frontier Remastered. Last time I left you, we had gotten our basic team together, and we started the arcane quest by we did went to Wakatu, and we finished off getting the saber card. Now, I'm not sure if I was clear on this, but just for future reference, once you actually get your first card or your first rune, the people in your party who were there when the card or rune were obtained are the only ones who can master arcane magic. So, for future reference, make sure you have the people you want on your team before you go get that first one. Now, I will admit, I did a little work in the background while I was, in between time. As you can see here, I've got 99 swords. I did visit the junk shop just so we can make some money, especially considering the gold card we're going to need to buy gold ingots. But other than that, what I did is, where did I put it? Yeah, the region map. I went through Kurong and flew to every available location just so we don't have to bother with going back and forth between everything. Now you see that there is still some empty spots. Nothing we can really do about that. It's certain areas that are in the game, but either Blue can't access them at all, or he might access them later in the game. Now, considering we just finished the Saber card, the other three cards are more on the harder spectrum, with your Cleanse card, the Grail card, being difficult to get to considering the purpose of the quest. You're basically getting drunk and moving through a monster-infused swamp. And the RPO's shield card is equally as difficult because there's an actual proper boss fight there, and in our current condition we cannot handle such a thing. Now with the gold quest, we might actually be able to make some headway. So what we're gonna do is, I did visit the junk shop, and we did that glitch I showed you earlier with obtaining more items. Now, the reason I got 99 of these swords is because it is the most expensive sword to sell out of what you can get there. So when you want to make some money, if you collect swords, try to go for the high-frequency swords, or in the old game it'd be the Osk sword. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Shrike, and there's a spot where people buy weapons from you. It's going to be over here in this side of the map. It's Nakajima Robotics. Now, I believe they also buy guns as well as sell you equipment. But as you can see here, this guy sells swords, and the high frequency blade is 110 gold for each of them. So you can get a nice stack out of here. Now, gold can get a little expensive, but we should be able to afford enough to finish the quest. I do believe you need about 8 gold ingots to do what you need to do. But we might get a little more just in case. But as you can see here, there's also things like, let's see here. Yeah, this guy will buy like cannons and stuff like that. Oh, wow. Let's see here. Oh, wait, no, this guy's selling. Never mind. That's silly of me. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to go and show you the gold card. And after that, I think we're going to do a sub-quest or two just to get a little stronger. Now, you see this fellow here, he can come with you, but that's for other characters. If you have a mech in your party, usually T260G or someone of the like, that's why this guy's like, take care of him, but no, not you. Yeah, take care of him. I don't know why they programmed him just to say that. You can't always take this dude. But either way, since we've got this money, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Kurong, because Kurong had some cheap gold to buy. Now, the gold economics in this game is a little strange. In the original version, the menu was bugged for Kurong, so you can make a whole bunch of money by selling the gold after manipulating the menus a little bit. And if you go to a place called Nelson, you could buy gold for cheap, about 500 per ingot, and sell it in here for a profit. But from the looks of it right now, yeah, you can see here they go up exponentially in price. So what we're going to do is we're going to buy, yeah, till it's 400. And then, let me see here if we can mess with the system a little bit. We're going to need more gold. What we're going to do is we're going to go to Nelson now, and we're going to buy the rest of the gold that we need. I'm going to try to buy enough to actually see if the glitch works, because the menu will act a little weird. When you do it, it kind of refreshes if you go up and down far enough between selling and not selling it. But considering it's a completely new menu, they might have actually fixed it. And if they did, well, nothing much you can really do about that. You could still make money by going to scrap, though, so it's not as fast as in the old games, but you can still manage. Oh, we got a whole bunch of money. We could buy up to 26. I'd say try starting with 15, because there's a little cap in the money. It's at some point you'll try to sell and make nothing at all, so you want to not get too much gold to begin with. So let's go back to Kurong, and this is just a test. I'm not going to sell the gold because we need it, but I'm going to see if it interacts the same way it did in the old game. Okay, now let's see. I gotta stop getting stuck on things. Okay, we're gonna sell the gold. As you can see here, the price for gold right now is you could get 1,040 from selling. And see, value goes to 0 eventually. And yeah, as you can see here, the gold gets really expensive. You could sell a whole bunch for a profit. Like right now, at 9, you're making much more profit than what you bought, because for 9, you buy 9 from Nelson, that would be about 4,500. So you can still kind of work the system here. At least it looks like it. So at least you can still make a little money back, but I'll have to experiment more with this later. I don't want to make this a economic stream. So let's just go back to Nelson. I'm going to buy, like I said, I want to get about 8 to work with. So we're going to get our 8 gold bits, and maybe we're going to buy something at Nelson, because it does have a decent shop there with some good equipment in it. So we'll use some of our spare cash for stuff like that. Oh, also, like I said, I was at scrap at the junk shop, so as you can see here, I have some extra high-frequency swords in case we need to make a little more money. So, yeah, the limit is 99. I don't know if it goes above that. I didn't try it, because I didn't want to do that for too long. But if it's still 99, we'll see later. You could just equip extra swords to the guys so you can get some more money out of it. But we also got some equipment. As you see, I talked about the War God's armor. Well, it's the Warlords in this one. 32 defense, really good. And there's some nice helmets, as well as boots and gloves, I believe. Let me see here. Oh, wait, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, there's boots and gloves. Like, the jet boots is very nice because it makes you immune to ground-based attacks like earthquakes and stuff. And, you know, just some decent armor. The mirror glasses prevents blindness. Most helmets do, actually. I'm guessing it's because they protect your eyes. But, let's just stick some things on our guys just to get them ready to go. We'll put Blue's backpack back on. There you go. And we'll get him a nice shield, because he's not really gonna fight as physically. I mean, you definitely could. You're not limited by your character's type you totally could work against it. It just takes longer to learn. As you can see here, the scrap shop has really gotten us a bunch of different stuff. We got different cannons and guns. Like, I told you about the lethal gun. It's the lethal dragoon now from the looks of it, but let's see. We're just gonna put some stuff on our guys so they can get into the fights. And you want a few of them, because clearly with the cannons and stuff like that, there's ammo. So if you have a character that's, well, like a mystic or someone who's more magic inclined and don't need to use the physical attacks, you can give them stuff like this. Let me see here. Okay. I'll give Rufus some guns. In fact, it would be wise for gunners to have multiple guns, just like sword people would have multiple swords. Because there are different kinds of techniques. There's the one-handed and two-handed types. I'm gonna rearrange everything. There we go. Just to make it look a little better. Get that back on. And that twin dragon we got earlier. And honestly, doesn't hurt to give a shield to everyone. They don't need a weapon, just give them a shield, just so they can block some attacks. Now, not every shield will be helpful for everything. Different shields actually have different abilities, so depending on the fight you're going for, what you're planning on dealing with, you might want to plan accordingly. And just a note, if you are using Nasuken like I am, he benefits more from suits instead of like chest pieces and stuff like that, because most mystics, they have built-in armor. Like, you see a warlord's armor, looks like a chest piece like that. They have something called a mystic mail. He's not stuck with that. So you could give him some good suits and fill him up with different accessories. Now, we don't really have any good ones right now, but there's a lot of accessories that can help you with certain situations, like some that make you immune to certain status effects, or some that will help you do extra abilities. So, like, we're gonna find stuff like that for our guys later, get them a little better built, especially since things will be getting more difficult at this point. But, like I said, right now, we're gonna deal with, getting the gold card at the moment. So, we have... Let's see here. How many gold ingots do we have? We have 7. We want 8. And now... There you go. So, you can take advantage of the fact that Nelson sells cheap with 500. And then you could sell it off to Kurong for a profit. Now, this is the person I was talking about the stuff, the different equipments. Like, you see, you could buy Warlord's armor from them, but you can just get that for free. But you can get the Null Blade. I want to say that's the Zero Sword in the old game. Attack 60, really good item. We're not going to get that right now, just because I don't want to get too strong too quickly, considering. So, what we're going to do now for the gold card, we're going to go to Baccarat. And, basically, there's a little secret there that will be discovered. Now, let's see. Ah, there you go. Baccarat, the one literally says, "Welcome to Baccarat" on it. Let's go. Alright, we start in the parking lot, apparently. So we're gonna go to the casino, and we're just gonna walk around. As you can see here, Baccarat's kind of like your little, it's your Las Vegas. So, it gives you an idea of why the gold card might be here. Now, you might be wondering why. There are... Well, she didn't mention it, but there are certain beings... Well, there you go. There's gnomes who actually control the casino, and they're very interested in money. So, if you want to get the gold card from them, you're going to have to pay up. Now... You might not recognize this person, but this is our friend Amelia. So we're going to talk to her, and she's going to help us figure out about the gnomes. By literally just watching this guy walk across us. He is ready. He is ready for business. Look at that step. He is a glorious being. And we're going to bug him to try to get a card, or at least we're going to try to. He's going to get away from us, because apparently we haven't heard of running. Seriously, guys, if you want to talk to the gnome, maybe you should run up to him and say hi. Nah. Because then we can lose him. Alright. Now, I don't think any of these people matter at this point. But basically, you're just going to... Well, you saw him. You're going to try to follow him until we find an elevator. There we go. And he's going to head on down to the parking lot, so... Wait a minute, are you really... Okay. I think we're going to have to go back down to where I came in. Because apparently... Yeah. There's 2 elevators, but only one can work at one time. Alright, here we go. Now, we're gonna go to the parking lot where I appeared. And, where did our little gnome friend go? Well, first of all, this car looked like it's been in a horrible wreck, but other than that... Hi, Amelia. Take me to, who are you? We already met. Look. She looks a little stupid. Don't be mean. She's a model. Alright, come along. Alright. Now, like I said earlier, because we received the Saber card already, Amelia is not capable of getting the Mastery of Arcane Magic, but that's fine. If I ever decide to do the Rune Magic quest, she can learn Rune Magic instead. But let's go on down and find our gnome friends. Now, it's kind of like a little mini dungeon here, so we are going to have some fights, but not really a boss fight, at least not for Blue. So, let's see if we can actually learn something today, because that would be nice to show you guys. So, we're going to just use some of our abilities here. Lethal Dragon, punch him in the face. Now, with Swordsman, I'd say use a katana whenever possible, just because katanas actually have their own unique arts. So if you want to learn some, like, extra stuff, you might want to stick with the katana, even though there are better swords. Like, there's really good katanas and really good swords, so you use what's best for you, but when you want to learn different techniques, if you want to learn the katana techniques, I'd say use the katana just when you're training and stuff. But we're going to just try to move through here and try to get some skills. But also, it's not a hard run to the gold card. Actually, it's only like 2-3 rooms. It's more like just figuring out how you're supposed to get through here. And it's been a little while, so I might get a little lost, but let's see if we can find... Oh! There we go. Yeah, that actually confused me for a long time, because you don't see those arrows. If those arrows were there in the old game, I'd find it instantly. But... here's our gnome friends. We're gonna talk to them. I'm much younger than I look. What are you talking about? I'm younger than you, you geezer. How dare you? You're as decrepit as I am. Behold, lots of gnomes. Okay. Can I have the card now? Behold, lots of gnomes. Give me the gold card. We can't just give it to you. We want gold. Gold, not your money. That is, unless your money's made of gold, then we'll take it. Yeah, bring us gold. Bring us lots of gold. Did you bring us lots of gold? Ah, gold and lots of it too! Here, take the card! Ta-da! Halfway there, people! That's why I did the scrap shop in the back, the junk shop in the background, just so we could get the gold card done and over with, because money can be a little hard to come by in this game. But now, at this point, as you see, we haven't really fought much. And we really need to get stronger, considering some of these areas will have proper boss fights. So we're gonna go on a side quest. Now, there's a couple to choose from. Considering we have Nusakan in the party, I have decided we're going to go to Omi. Now, the reason why Nusakan matters is because in Omi, there's a character you can recruit if you have a mystic in your party. But, there are mystics they will not like, so there is a person tied to the Shadow Quest. Their name is Silence. You do not want them if you want to get this person, but any other mystic will do, I believe. But yeah, this is a quaint little fishing town known as Omi. I think this is the lord of the castle, or someone of that nature. And yeah, lord of the manor, I mean. The lord's manor is this way, no one lives there anymore. I don't know what this is in the timeline, but Azelos does have a thing to deal with in this location. Now, there is a... Well, let's be honest, there's a dungeon here, but first let's check out the house because there is some equipment to find in, like, the attic and such. It's just, this place is kind of big, so I always have to go through it a few times to actually find where the stuff is. But as you can see, it's a nice little lord's manor. It's very fancy. There's a nice little, that's a goblin. But don't worry, I'm going to pet him with one hand. And now we're going to get back to this. There's a ghost cannon. That is another cannon-type weapon. Specifically, I believe that is for the undead. So if you're having any issues with them, you can bring that along. Actually, let's put one on Blue, because he doesn't need any fighting moves. Let's see here. Ghost cannon. Actually, no, it is terrible. In fact, I'm just going to give him a thunderbolt. And the Chris, that is a piece of... I think that's an accessory. Yeah, the Chris. Oh, it is a nice accessory for elemental resistance from the looks. So, I'm going to stick that back on. And I believe there is one more location here. So let's find that real quick before we get to the proper meat of this area. Let's see here. Yeah, because it's down here. And it's over here. Yeah, there you go. The rubber suit, that's a suit item. Difference between suits and, like, chest pieces and stuff is this counts as, the full body, so you can't wear anything else if you have a suit like this. As you can see, this is really good against shock damage, so if you know you're going to fight something that uses a lot of that, you can put that on max cure, so we got a healing item. And now let's go to the dungeon here. Now, this is not the biggest place. You're not really going to get lost here, so it's a nice place to go if you just want to find some treasure and, like, maybe level up a little bit. And like I said, if you got a mystic, you could grab a character here who's actually a really good healer. So, I'd come here for her mostly, but also just because we can get a little work done. We might be doing a little bit of grinding here considering the boss of this zone. I'll show you what that is soon. First, we're just gotta get to him first, but if anything, you may notice there is a lot of aquatic enemies here. You want to take advantage of them when you see them. Especially considering the boss of the area, they drop some things that might be interesting. But, yeah, let's just work on trying to get some moves. Hopefully someone will decide to learn something. And no. Still a disappointment. I might speed these up until we actually have to fight something serious. Elemental focus. I'm wondering what that is, because there are a lot of renamed stuff here, so I'm wondering if that's, like, supposed to be, like, an energy crystal or something? In fact, let's see what it is. And... no, we're just gonna have to attack with the gun for Rufus for now. Let's see, come on guys, show us something neat. Yeah, that's the crystal item. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but it definitely wasn't an elemental focus. Okay. Sanctuary stones, those are very useful items. In this game, they are very rare, and that's SaGa Frontier's version of tents. So if you're a fan of Final Fantasy, you know that tents are your heal all items. So, yeah, when you get Sanctuary Stones, they are so rare, you want to save those for very important areas, especially if you're planning on expending a lot of your weapon points and magic points. Because In this game, your health doesn't matter. You completely heal at the end of a battle, but the other stuff does not. You either need to use other teams to help your guys rest and recharge, or you need to use something like a Sanctuary Stone to get them back up if the other teams are not strong enough to carry them. So, whenever you see a Sanctuary Stone, I would suggest try your best to keep it. Do not just use it willy-nilly. I'm going to speed this up a little bit because we're just saying a lot of the same stuff and they're not really trying to learn anything, which is really disappointing. You'd think they'd learn something by now. But either way. Okay, that's the Devil Squid and the boss of this area. Now, right now, I am incapable of fighting that. It will kill the whole group. However, there are a lot of aquatic enemies in this game, and they like to drop an item called the... At least in the old game, is the Pearl Heart. If you have the Pearl Heart, it will make your characters immune to water-based attacks, which is very useful against the Devil Squid because a lot of his stuff is water-based. So we're going to try to get some Pearl Hearts before we fight him. Hopefully, we will be at the point where we can get them, but we might not be strong enough at the moment. So there might be a little bit of grinding to happen. Because, like, I'm seeing geckos. I don't remember if it's them, though, that give the Pearl Heart, or if I'm looking for something like a Fishman, which is a little stronger. It's a Mystic. So, wait, let's see what we got here. Just a gargoyle. So we're just going to try to get some Pearl Hearts before we go further, but yeah, this dungeon actually helps you out with that. You do find a lot of enemy types. Oh, Mystic Gloves. They actually call it Mystic Gloves, yet the Mystic Sword is Feyblade. Either way, we're going to see what we can do about getting some Pearl Hearts together. Yeah, it's just Mystic Gloves. Okay. Ah, there... I was hoping it wouldn't be speed up when that happened. Yes, when you learn new techniques, your character will literally get an idea, a nice little light bulb above the head, and they will learn a new technique. So you gotta make sure you do not have a full skill. Like, you gotta make sure you don't use all the art slots, because for humans you got 8 in total. So when you're learning, you always want to make sure you have some room. But yeah, as you see here, she just learned Kick. And that's actually very useful because as a martial artist, she's going to have one of the strongest techniques in the game. And fortunately, that technique requires you to know 4 techniques. Kick, however, is kind of the secret to getting one of them. So we're going to get her to use Kick for a while to see if she'll learn, well, sliding in the old game. I'm not sure what it's going to be called now. But if you guys ever heard of it, martial artists can do a technique called the DSC, which I do believe that's short for Dream Super Combo. And in order to do that, you need to know 4 techniques: sliding, suplex, giant throw, and babble crumble, I believe. So we're going to get her on that path because it's never going to hurt to know that technique. Our cat. Okay. But this is giving us a little trouble, though, so I'm not a fan of showing grinding because I'm not the kind to just randomly ramble about stuff, but we'll see what we can do about getting through this in one piece. If anything, like I said, we're going to want to focus on the aquatic type, so we want those green gecko-y enemies or the mystics who do water. But we're going to do our best on getting some Pearl Hearts, at least a couple, before we fight the Devil Squid, because he will destroy us. In fact, I don't mind showing you what will happen. You know what? Let's get to the Devil Squid, and I'll show you why you're going to want a Pearl Heart. Let's get through these junkies first. We want to make sure to hit everyone we can, at least get a little stronger. But yeah, normally I would be a little stronger at this point, so I'm not sure how long it's going to take before we see the enemies with Pearl Hearts. And as you can see, credits are really slow. I mean, you're seeing like single digits, so that's kind of why I went to the junk shop in the background, because you're not going to want me farming gold the normal way, because it would just take too long. Even just to get the money to start trading gold would take too long. Here we go. Here's the devil squid. I'm going to save beforehand because I am going to lose. Also, a quick save, because why not? Let's do this. Now, I'm going to honestly try. I'm not just going to give up. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Blue in the back. Rufus. No, we're going to keep these guys up front and Nusuken in the back, because those are our magic dealers. So we're going to keep them, at least try to keep them away from the brunt of the fight. But, let's see here. If I don't remember, but Implosion does a lot of damage with the chance of insta-kill. I'm not sure the likeliness of that happening during this fight, but it's not going to hurt to just give it a shot. Now, with the Lethal Dragoon, it is a really strong techniques. Oh, it's strong gun, so at least the techniques will be really powerful. And Gen's got the Twin Dragon, so he'll at least do some damage. I'm not sure what some of these are, though. Thrust is a familiar name, though, so we'll stick with Thrust. But hey, you're gonna actually start seeing some of the techniques, because I've been kind of avoiding them. Oh, we've got a combo! Another wonderful thing about SaGa Frontier combat is when techniques just string together like that. Of course, they do more damage, and, well, they do them at the same time, so kind of bypasses the enemy speed. And everyone just died. And that's why you want a Pearl Heart. So I'm just going to accept the loss here, but might as well keep fighting. And dead. So that kid is why you want to have some Pearl Hearts on your party before you start. Now that that's over, let's see if we can get some. And get some stronger at the same time. Unfortunately, I don't know if we're getting the right enemy type for it, but we'll try to at least learn some martial arts from it. Try to save as much WP and JP as we can while we're doing it. Thank goodness for the speed up feature. I mean, I've seen it in the Final Fantasy VIII Remaster as well, and I'm a big fan of that series. I love grinding on it. Like, in the beginning areas, I'm card modding, and I'm doing all of the card games before I even do the first mission, because I'm just nuts. And this speed up feature helps it a lot, especially since, well, if you don't recall, these skills in Final Fantasy VIII are a little different because they're tied to your summons, your GFs. So you want to do your best to get some of the abilities that make you like spells and stuff. And of course, with the first guy you get, Quetzalcoatl, he could also like turn people into cards and turn those cards into items. So, oh, we just learned a gun technique. As you can see here, they show it the same way that they show when you're gaining stats. But either way, getting distracted. Yeah, with the speed up, I would actually go through learning all of the main skills that Quetzalcoatl and Ifrit and Shiva would have with the magic modding and the card modding. So, like, with the way you get stats in that game by junctioning spells, I would make my guys really strong by, like, getting Tornado and the SaGa spells and just making us ridiculous. And let's be honest, I love Final Fantasy VIII for the triple triad, so it doesn't hurt that you have to play the card game a lot to do that. But always a fan of grinding regardless, especially when we could start getting the combos with just insta-killing enemies by junctioning death onto your attacks and stuff like that. Now, let's see here. I'm hoping we get strong enough soon, because when it comes to deciding what you're going to face, they actually look at things like your character's max HP before deciding what kind of enemies you get. They're kind of locked behind that kind of barrier. So we gotta break through that barrier to get to the next level of stuff so we can try to get our Pearl Hearts. Which, to be honest, it's not taking too long or anything like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure we'll finish this dungeon before the hour is up. But it might take a few minutes. But once we start seeing fishmen, I feel like we're gonna be good with getting our Pearl Hearts together to do this fight. Because, honestly, you can totally brute force the Devil Squid, and I'm pretty sure it's even susceptible to insta-kill techniques. But the Pearl Hearts just make things so much better, especially if you do have some mystics in your party and you want to absorb the Devil Squid for some nice stats. Because with monsters like that, boss monsters and stuff, they're going to give you a pretty good stat spread, that's for sure. Come on, Blue, learn another spell for me, buddy. Oh no, we're still on Steak Man. Maybe I should have picked another subquest. But it's fine, I'll show you something that isn't, like, bound by an AoE kill everyone technique, maybe a little later. But I'd say it is worth it, because the character locked behind us is one of the only characters you're gonna find that has, like, a healing spell for the entire party. Which, in this game, healing is very limited. Like, most of the techniques are, like, buffs and, like, offensive and stuff like that. There's only, like 3 or 4 healing abilities in the game for, like, regular characters, and like a couple for monster type monster type characters. But yeah, it makes it kind of hard to stay alive if your team's not up to taking the damage that your enemies might be giving, because this game can be a little forgiving. You might break through an HP barrier and just deal with enemies that might one-shot you, even though you are all kitted out and everything. Let's see here. That's sad. So, you gotta take advantage when you find a good healer. Especially since, as a mystic, she can make herself really strong really quickly. I mean, you just gotta know the right monsters to absorb. And I do have a list. I mean, trust me, I always have a battle plan for the different types of characters you can have. How to make mechs good, how to deal with your humans and your mystics and your monsters. And you'll kind of see a guide between all of them as I play, because I always go with a theme. Like, if I'm gonna do Ricky's story, I'm gonna try to get as many monsters in the party as I can, or if I'm doing T260G, of course, I'm going to try to get as many mechs in the party as I can, so you will see how all of them work. So, don't worry about the fact that I'm not putting too much variety in the team right now because of Blue. You will see them later on, because I do plan to go through all the stories, because, of course, we're going to want to see Fuse. And I want to show everyone the second dev mode, which is a nice little area where you could talk to the developers of the game, and you can also, like, fight all the final bosses and stuff. It's a really cool place. There's even, like, a super boss that they made. Let's see here. Ah, jeez. Now I fear I'm boring you guys. Normally, with, I believe it's a Zealous who goes here, you don't have to deal with the Devil Squid right away, and there's some items down there as well as Oh! She just learned Slide! That's a piece of, the DSC. I'm assuming that's sliding. Let's see here. Oh, nice! Now I just gotta hope that Tumble is Air Throw, because if a Tumble is Air Throw, then I can use that to learn the 3 other techniques, because they're all throwing style techniques. So, hey, we're getting closer, guys. Let's see about we can do about... No, we can't master yet. But let's take this off. And blue still hasn't learned anything. I kind of wish I did some grinding in the background, but I don't want to do that to you guys unless you really don't want to see it. You guys let me know about that. But I am a little disappointed right now. There's not much going on. Usually, like, you can learn a lot of stuff very quickly, but I'm guessing, considering how I'm playing it right now, it's just not liking it. Also, yeah, tumble is air throw in this game, so I'm just gonna do that over and over again until she learns the other techniques. See here, come on, Blue, learn another realm spell, please. Let's see here. Oh, jeez. Okay. Come on, do me a favor, please. No. Oh, we're still gonna work on it. But as you've noticed here, we have been gaining a bunch of stats. Funny thing about the stats, though, is they are linked to the kind of things you're using. So, for example, like, you're gonna get intelligence for magic, you're gonna get quickness from guns, strength, and like stuff like that from using swords and martial arts. So if you're working on getting your character up in a certain way, you do want to use certain techniques. Now with humans, you could pretty much get everything to 99 if you want. It would take too long. I mean, honestly, you could beat the game way before you do that, but you could totally get a human to 99 on everything if you just worked on it. Other races, however, do not have that luxury. Mystics are kind of just tied to the different monsters that they can absorb. Like, they do gain HP, they gain JP, WP, stuff like that, and they also gain Charisma, but all the other stuff they don't gain. So when you're working with Mystics, you want to make sure that you're trying to absorb better monsters when you see them. Now, with leveling the other two races, mechs and monsters, they're actually kind of unique. For one, mechs, you're not going to level them. The deal with mechs is they like to download data from other mechs, so that's how they can learn their special mech techniques. You specifically farm mech-type monsters so they can absorb them, and they will get their information off that. However, their stats are actually tied directly to their equipment. And unlike the other types, they're not bound to like only having 4 weapons or 4 pieces of armor. You could totally just stack on a bunch of different stuff to like max out their defense very quickly or give them a whole bunch of strength and such. So in that regard, mechs are the easiest to break first. Just make hugely powerful. Just the main issue is they're really limited in what they can do, especially since a lot of mechs are tied to their body type. Like every mech has their body type. T260G is a type 1, Engineer car is like a type, it's either 4 or 6. So they all have stuff tied to this specific body type, so you're going to look for certain techniques that you want, like T260G, you want plural slash. With Engineer car, you want things like shoot all to fire all your missiles and stuff. Now, on the other hand, monsters, they can increase their stats, but only their HP. Because the way monsters work is they take forms. They don't level up or anything. They just change what they are. So with monsters, they are actually the hardest to get stronger because you're like, they gain HP with all the new techniques they learn. So if you're crazy like me, you might want to write down a list of all of the moves that they've learned through the game, because every time you defeat a monster, they could just learn a move from them. Every new move is worth, like, I want to say 4 HP. So you can work on trying to get their HP up, and thank God that was a Pearl Heart. Let me see that. Wait, no. This is weaker. There you go. Pearl Heart. Thank goodness. Okay. As I was saying, with monsters, you can increase their HP by learning new tech... Oh, no, I'm out of magic. Uh-oh. We'll deal with it. As I was saying, every new technique, 4 HP, but also, they can change their shape depending on the techniques they know. So if you know what moves make what forms, you could just plan ahead to get the different moves for that. So, for example, like, you can make a dragon form with just 3 moves. Like, I believe it's Tail Hit, Fang, and Stone Breath. Something like that. And it's the black dragon, so it's, like, really powerful. It's just, like, some of the moves can be really rare. Now, if you'll excuse me, this may be a little strange, but what I'm doing here is Blue has no magic left. So what we're going to do is we're going to let our boy rest by actually using a second party. So this is one of the other things I told you. Instead of doing the Sanctuary Stone, just get another fresh party out, and while they're fighting, your guys actually just get their JP and WP back. I also believe they get their LP back. Now, we haven't really dealt with that yet, or at least I haven't explained it yet, but LP is your character's life points. That actually is how many times your character can get knocked down, or... Oh, crap. Ignore that I made that mistake. It's how many times they can get knocked down like that before the character is dead. However, like, being dead is not actually a super terrible thing in this game. Your main character is not allowed to die, though. If Blue dies, if he loses all 7 of his life points, that's game over. But with other characters, it's not that their life points will regenerate, it's you're gonna have to go somewhere and fill up their life points with the inns. That's the word I'm looking about. So you want to go to the inns to restore anyone you might have lost. But let's see here what we're doing. Hey look, we got a mech. Got a little robot goblin. So that... What's wrong with me? Flee. Okay, let's do that again without being dumb. I need to get a new party. It's fine. It's just a little mistake. I'm trying to rush through this, just trying to get the items we need. And I'm sorry about that. I just didn't want to do any grinding in the background. So we're just going to do our best to get things done right now. Hey, water cannon hit Blue, no damage. That's going to be the same with most of the Devil Squid's techniques. Come on, give us Pearl Hearts, please. We need them. Alright, let's see here. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Murder it. There you go. Thank you, Amelia. I am so sorry. And the thing is, I would just make this easier, but Blue can't leave Team 1. He's the hero, of course, so he's not allowed to leave. But it's okay. You already saw his JP was getting up. It was at 20 at this point. So, like, when you got a guy getting tired, just get them out of the way and just fight with all your other guys. This should be doable. Ah, yes! The enemies can also combo you, so you might get a nasty surprise sometimes, but it's a bit rarer, especially since the main threat is with one big guy, not multiple enemies, so we should be fine. Oh! This one's tough. Let's see if this kills him. There you go. Intelligence, sidekick. Oh, come on, guys, you're killing me. Just a few Pearl Hearts. I don't even need 5. Just give me, like, 3 of them. Enough where we can just power through. Okay, you may have heard that cling. That monster technically has a shield built into it. And that's actually really interesting because monsters, I said they change shape. They do get the equipment that their form has, so monsters don't really get gear, but they do have some built-in things. So, like, some of the more powerful forms, like a Dullahan, for example, they've got, like, the powerful Dullahan shield, which can be used to insta-kill something, or it just blocks a lot of stuff. Let's see here. Blue's good enough. Wait, what? What is this for? Is that just to show the names? That's weird. Either way, let's get the boys back up. Okay. Now, we're already almost at the hour, and I hate that. So what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna go for a couple more minutes, and despite what happens, we're just gonna try things out and see if we can defeat the Devil Squid. I mean, we're doing some decent damage. We're getting over 1,000, so we might get lucky. Even with 1 Pearl Heart, but it will be rough. Oh, they didn't even get stats then. That is just sad. Come on, guys. I believe in you. You're already in the 200s. But yeah. They are already in the 200s, so you actually do gain HP and stuff, like, fairly quickly, as long as you're not killed too often, but we're not having any issues like that. Come on. You might notice that we're getting some combos, like, fairly common. There are moves that tend to combo very well. And sometimes, like, if you find a combo, it might just go on for a little while, because, I'm not too sure. Maybe they did those particular moves, like, blending together. And that might make learning stuff a little difficult, so if you're trying to learn techniques that just keep getting combined with something, mix it up, break that combo by changing one move just so you can get back to learning stuff, because air throw, or should I say tumble, seems to be combining with magic very well, so I might change the spell. We do have other realm spells we can use, so it's not too bad to just change it. At least for a little bit until it stops doing that. And hey, it'll show you some of what the other ones do. Example, there's Psycho Armor. As you can see, that's a nice defensive spell, but it's a single target thing, so like, the shield card would be better if you need to set up quickly. Let's see here. Oh, come on, guys. Just give me a Pearl Heart. I will love you forever. Oh, I'm getting real sad. Let's see here. Oh, just credits. And we're already creeping close to time, too. Let's see here. Kill and... Oh, I'm thinking a couple more fights, and then we'll see what we can do about the Devil Squid. If it still gives us problems, though, I do have a way to get around it. I will have to spend some money, but it's the price we're gonna have to pay, because I'm not gonna grind forever just to fight a squid. In fact, you know what, guys? If you are impatient like me... Oh, another gun technique. And you do not wish to fight fish over and over again, there is a place to go. Oh, This is the counterattack one. That's actually nice, but I think you have to use this one before it works. So it's not too great, but I'm going to equip it anyway to put on his mastery. And we're going to abandon the Omi Mansion just for a minute, because where we're going to go now is we're going to go to Manhattan. And in Manhattan, well, there's a shopping mall. So we're going to check out the shopping mall, and we're going to see how much Pearl Hearts cost, because I know they're here. It might be like, oh, it just ends you up in the mall. They know exactly what you want. You see, there they are. Yeah, Pearl Heart for 1,500. So we're just gonna get 4 of those. And you may see there's some other nice items. Purple Eye is good because it stops gaze attacks, and there's like 4 of them. They do different status effects like insta-death, petrification, confusion, and charming you. So Purple Eye is a really good item to have. Also, it has a mystic spell connected to it, the Phantasm Shot. So it's nice to stick on some magic casters or mystics who don't really have any mystic spells. You see this Schemer's Ring? Lord of the Omi bought it. That only applies to one character story, Ricky. We'll deal with that later. But right now, let's get back to Omi, because I am running out of time. And let's see how fast we can do this. I'm going to have to keep the speed feature on. But I think maybe we can make this work. Either way, equipment. We're going to just stick these on real quick. Pearl Heart. Oh, we'll get rid of that junk. Pearl Heart. Pearl Heart. And Pearl Heart, there we go. Let's see what we can do. We're gonna need to go to the inn real quick though, just to get the magic back, and let's get moving. I am recording on a PS5, so I am limited to 1 hour. Let's see if we can beat him before we get to that. Alright. Time for one-time murder. Just end it, end it, end it, end it. Dead. Alright. Boop, boop, boop. I'm moving too fast, man. Flee. Oh, thank God. Maybe we could just flee through all this and not waste any time. Oh yeah, we can. Some may think this is cheap, but I'm running out of time, so, no regrets. Save real quick, because, yeah, we might die, and let's do this. We're gonna have to fight him on the speed up, though. I'm sorry about that, but we do not have time otherwise. So, let's see what we can do with killing this guy. We'll, hit him with the mystic weapons to see if we can absorb him, though, because he will give a nice stat boost, so might as well work on that. Oh yeah, we already got some condom. Oh, lightning thrust. We are now learning. I guess we just needed to fight someone stronger. Let's see what we can do. Let's just spam. End his life. Murder. Oh, I'm loving this now. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, deflect. How's Gen not used that yet? Oop. And second part of DSC, we got suplex, and it's over. You know what? Guys, I find that is a good note to end this, because, wow, that took too long. Actually, let us find our friend. Go up to the water. And we have our mermaid pal. Greetings, mystic of noble birth. My name is Messartham. I am a water mystic, and I exist to serve you. What should we do? Let her join, because she's great. Now, I kind of hate rushing this, but thank you guys for watching me. I'm going to try to stop with just putting grinding in, because apparently that's a terrible idea. If you guys want to see it, just let me know in the comments below. But I'll see you next time. You guys have a wonderful day, and hey, come on back anytime.